What you're looking at right now started as a single photo. Same face, same outfit, moving through completely different scenes, and I'm about to show you exactly how to create this yourself. So here's the thing, anyone who's actually tried to keep a character looking the same across multiple AI generations already knows how frustrating this can be. You get one really good result, then you go to recreate that character in a new pose or setting, and all of a sudden it's like a completely different person every single time. The face changes, the clothes and accessories are different, and you end up with a whole folder of images that look sort of similar but never actually match your initial character. And that kills any chance of creating something that actually looks consistent. But after weeks of testing Nano Banana, I finally cracked the code. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the complete workflow to create consistent characters, from creating your character image all the way to animating finished scenes. You'll learn how to create a character that stays consistent in all following images you generate, how to get different camera angles of the same scene, and how to generate consistent images that come together into a complete cinematic AI movie. For this whole process, I'll be using OpenArt because it keeps all the best models in one place. So instead of jumping between different sites or accounts, everything you need is right there. And every time a new model comes out, it shows up on the platform right away. You don't have to keep track of which tool supports what. Now, if you want to try this out yourself and follow along with me, I've got a link for OpenArt down in the description. Now let's get into it. Let's start with the most important step in this entire workflow, and that's creating your base character image. Everything we do from this point forward builds on this one foundation, so if we get this right, the rest of the process becomes so much easier. Now, here's something most people don't realize. We actually need two reference images, not one full body shot and a face close-up. And let me explain why this matters so much. When you give the AI a full body image, it can see the outfit, the proportions, the posture, all of that. But the face takes up such a small area of that image that the AI has to compress all those facial details into just a few pixels. So it starts guessing, and that's where you get that plastic, overly smooth skin that instantly makes people think the image is AI generated. The face close-up solves this completely. It gives the AI all the micro details it needs, things like skin texture, pore structure, the little catch lights in the eyes, even subtle facial imperfections that make a person look real. When you combine both of these as your reference, the AI stops guessing and starts reproducing your character with confidence. And that's what keeps things consistent across every single generation. So let's create that full body image first. Head over to OpenArt, hover on Image, and then click Create Image. When you're inside the image generation workspace, you'll see a button right at the top. Go ahead and click that to pick which model you want to use. Scroll through the list and pick Juggernaut Flux Pro. Juggernaut Flux Pro creates some of the most realistic characters and natural skin textures out of any model right now, so that's why I recommend it. Here's a tip that makes a huge difference before we write the prompt. Make sure to specify a focal length and a lighting setup. This helps the AI generate the image as if shot by a professional photographer. The model responds much better to clear, specific technical instructions than to long lists of adjectives. So here's the prompt I'm going to use. 25-year-old woman, white cropped zip-up hoodie, matching white wide-leg sweatpants with drawstring waist, white chunky sneakers, standing naturally with both hands in pockets, full body shot, urban city street background with cobblestone road, classic brownstone buildings, golden hour sunlight, 85mm lens, soft key with rim light, realistic skin texture. I will select a 3:4 aspect ratio and set the output to 4 images so we have options to choose from, and then click Generate. These are the results, and you can see they look really good. I'm looking for the one with the clearest facial features, the most natural pose, and the best visibility of the full outfit. Nothing cropped at the waist, no weird hand positions, just a clean, solid character image. I'll pick this one, and that's our main character image. Now, for the face close-up, I'm going to switch the model over to Nano Banana 2. And in the visual reference section, I'll upload the full body image we just created. Then I'll enter this prompt. Crop this image to a close-up headshot of just the face. Enhance for photorealism. Add natural skin texture, visible pores, realistic eyelashes, and natural catch lights in the eyes. I'll set the aspect ratio to 4:3 since we want a nice, tight crop on the face, and then click Generate. These are the options it generated. I want to make sure the face matches the character from our full body shot exactly. Same features, same expression, same person. And now we have both of our reference images ready to go. Before we move on, I want to quickly run through a checklist to make sure your reference images are solid. This is really important because incomplete references are the single most common reason people lose character consistency later in the workflow. So make sure the face is fully visible with no hair blocking it. You want a neutral expression, front facing. In the full body shot, the complete outfit should be visible, nothing cropped or hidden. If your references check all of those boxes, you're in a great position for everything that comes next. Now that we have our 2 foundation images, we're going to use them to generate a complete library of camera angles. This is where Nano Banana 2 really starts to shine. Instead of creating one image at a time and hoping it stays consistent, we're going to generate a full 3x3 grid of our character from different camera angles, all in one pass. This gives you complete coverage of your character from every perspective, and the best part is that Nano Banana understands the context of all the surrounding cells in the grid, so it maintains coherence across the entire set. Most people stop at one image and try to work with just that, and it's a critical mistake. One angle isn't enough for the AI to truly understand what your character looks like from multiple perspectives. The grid approach gives you 9 shots at once, and because they're all generated together, the consistency is significantly better than creating them one by one. So let's set this up. With Nano Banana 2 still selected, in the visual reference section, add the face close-up. Nano Banana uses both of these as visual anchors for character consistency. Then set the aspect ratio to 16:9. Now I'm going to show you 2 different strategies to create a grid with your character staying consistent depending on what you need. The first one is for building a visual library of your character from different camera angles. Here's the prompt. Create a 3x3 grid of this character across different camera angles. Keep the character, outfit, and lighting exactly consistent across all cells. Cell 1, wide establishing shot, character standing, looking forward. Cell 2, medium shot, 3/4 view from the front. Cell 3, close-up portrait, direct eye contact. Cell 4, low angle looking up, full body. Cell 5, high angle looking down, 3/4 view. Cell 6, side profile, medium shot. Cell 7, over the shoulder angle, looking into distance. Cell 8, extreme close-up on face. Cell 9, wide shot from behind, character looking over shoulder. I'll paste that in and hit generate. And look at this, the character stays consistent across all 9 images. Same face, same proportions, same outfit. But now we have her from wide shots, close-ups, low angles, high angles, every perspective you could need. This is your complete visual reference library for this character. Now, the second strategy is for when you want dynamic poses of your character doing different things. I'll paste in my new prompt and click create. And as you can see, the character stays consistent across all 9 images. Same face, same proportions, same outfit, just performing different actions. All the prompts I am using are in the description of this video, so I'll let you have a look. And yes, you could use each cell description as its own separate prompt. But the full grid in one pass gives better results because Nano Banana processes all the cells together so the proportions, outfit, and lighting stay locked in across the whole grid. Now we have a complete visual library of our character. But what if you want to tell an actual story? That's where storyboards come in. The grid technique we just used for camera angles works perfectly for storyboards too. The only difference is that instead of describing camera angles, we're now describing narrative beats. Each image becomes a specific moment in a story. I'll keep Nano Banana 2 selected with both reference images still uploaded, and I'll start with something really simple. Create a 3x3 cinematic storyboard grid of this same person going shopping. I'll click generate, and let's take a look. The result looks good. The character is consistent and the scenes feel cinematic, but without specific details for each image. The AI decides what each moment looks like. Like here, you can see 2 of the images are basically the same shot of her walking down the street with shopping bags. For real control over the sequence, we need to describe every image explicitly. Instead of trying to write 9 detailed scene descriptions yourself, you can give ChatGPT your story idea and let it expand everything for you. So open up ChatGPT and write in this prompt. I'm creating a 3x3 cinematic storyboard grid of a woman going shopping. Write a specific scene description for each of the 9 images. Each description should include shot type, like wide, location in the story, and what the character is doing. Keep each description to 1 to 2 sentences. Return the result as a paragraph. ChatGPT will give you exactly what you need. Detailed descriptions for all 9 images that flow together as a coherent story. I'll paste the description in OpenArt and click generate. And here is the result. It is significantly better than the previous one. Every image now tells a specific part of the story. You can see her arriving on the street, walking into the boutique, browsing the rack, holding up outfits, checking the mirror, paying at the counter, and walking out with her bags. The shots vary between wide, medium, and close-up, and the character stays consistent throughout the entire sequence. It honestly looks like a real storyboard you'd see in a production studio. Now we have a complete storyboard. Let's extract each image and get them ready for animation. I'll show you 2 methods. Both work, but I personally recommend the second one because it's simpler and tends to produce cleaner results. For the first method, you can crop the specific image you want from the grid image. Then upload that cropped image to Nano Banana 2 and also upload the face close-up reference as a second image. For the prompt, use something like this. Upscale the following image. Keep everything exactly the same. Use the face close-up to add details to the face of the person in the final image and click generate. And this is the image we get. This method works, but it requires a lot of individual steps, especially if you're extracting all 9 images. The second method is the one I recommend. You upload the full 3x3 grid image directly to Nano Banana 2. And here's the prompt you use. Extract only the top middle image from this grid. Keep the image exactly the same. Do not alter the composition, lighting, or character. Just adjust the position coordinates for whichever image you want. Here I use top middle, but you can set it to top left, top right, etc. And as you can see, the extracted image comes out clean and detailed. Plus, the character looks consistent to our original reference. The face, the outfit, all the little details carry through perfectly. Just repeat this for each image you want to use before moving to the animation step. Now, if Nano Banana generates an image during extraction that looks a bit off, don't panic. This happens sometimes, and it's totally normal. Just rerun the prompt, or send that new image back to Nano Banana and ask it to correct the specific issue. Keep regenerating until you get something you're happy with. It's all part of the process. Alright, now we have clean, high-resolution images. The final step is to bring them to life with video. Before we touch any video tool, we want a clear motion direction for each clip, and ChatGPT is perfect for this because it can look at all the images in sequence and understand the narrative flow between them. So, upload all of your extracted images to ChatGPT. A quick tip here, name each file in sequence order. So 1, 2, 3, all the way through. That way, ChatGPT understands which image comes first and how the story progresses. Then let's ask it to write one video prompt per image with this instruction. I have 9 images from a cinematic storyboard. Write a specific animation prompt for each numbered image that describes the exact camera movement and character motion. Keep each prompt under 2 sentences. Focus on subtle, realistic motion, no dramatic jumps. ChatGPT will give you a custom animation prompt for each image. Now, let's animate. In OpenArt, go to Frame to Video on the left side. Select Kling 3.0 as the model. This is important because Kling 3.0 supports clips up to 15 seconds. It also generates synchronized audio in the same pass, so you don't need a separate tool for ambient sound. It handles everything together. Upload your first start frame. Paste the animation prompt from ChatGPT for that specific frame and click Create. Then repeat this for each image in your sequence. The key thing to remember here is that you're not describing what's in the image. What you're really doing here is telling the model exactly which elements in the scene should have motion. That's the difference between a good animation prompt and a bad one. The AI already knows what the image looks like. You just need to tell it how things should change over time. Once all the clips are generated, preview each one. And honestly, the results look really good. The character stays consistent, the motion feels natural, and the whole thing comes together like actual cinematic movie. But here's where it gets really exciting. You don't have to stop at 9 images. You can extend this into a much longer sequence and keep your character perfectly consistent throughout. Here's how. Take the last frame of your current storyboard, or even the last frame from your final video clip, and feed it back into Nano Banana as the new reference image alongside your original face close-up. Then reuse the same storyboard prompt structure from the earlier step, but update the story description to pick up exactly where you left off. Generate the next 9-panel batch to get the next frames of the story. And you can use the exact same process I showed you to create the videos for the next part of the story. This recursive technique is really powerful because it keeps the character, the lighting, and the scene environment consistent across sequences without ever having to regenerate your reference images. You can keep looping this as many times as you want, building out longer and longer stories with the same character looking consistent in every single scene. And that's the complete workflow. What started as a single reference image is now a full cinematic movie with a consistent character throughout every scene. So now you know the exact process for creating consistent characters with Nano Banana 2. And honestly, this is where things get really exciting because the creative possibilities here are huge. You can use this for short films, social media content, product videos, really anything where you need your character to look the same across multiple scenes. Once you have that reference system set up, you can use it over and over again without ever worrying about consistency issues. And with that recursive technique we covered at the end, you can keep extending your story as long as you want. So if you're ready to build your own consistent characters following this step-by-step workflow, head down to the description and use the link there to get started with OpenArt. Everything we did today lives inside one platform. You don't need 5 different subscriptions or hours of complicated software. You just open it up and start creating. That's it. Now check out this next video if you want to learn how to create professional product ads using AI.